day out at sea is likely to take place on a perfectly calm surface, through which sun rays penetrate easily and disappear into the deep blue without encountering any obstacles. The sea appears to be lifeless, but if you filter it through a fine net, there is a mass of organisms whose minuscule details can only be seen under a microscope. The lens enlarges an unseen universe of marvels. Plankton. But it would be a mistake to assume that plankton is always and necessarily so small to the naked eye. Jellyfish, siphonophores, salps, mollusks and crustaceans, which are the most representative types of plankton, also include large species whose lengths range from centimeters to several meters. Nor are they at all times invisible. In fact, they always stir a certain degree of fear in humans, which is often justified by their stinging defensive weapons. In the majority of cases, plankton is indisputably small, but its importance is universally proportional to its dimensions, because the life of our waters depends on it. An abundance of plankton is considered one of the primary parameters for judging a sea's wealth. Compared with other seas, and a good many oceans, the Mediterranean is viewed overall as a fundamentally poor sea, since the water it receives from the Atlantic is very low in nutrients. The most important element of plankton is the vegetable one. Just as on land, so as underwater, plants are the first and essential link in the food chain, which often lead to humans. Contrary to what generally happens on land, plants which grow in direct contact with the sea bottom have their own importance in the global economy of the sea. There are very few surfaces suited to being colonized by algae and benthic plants. Sands are not always suitable, rocks more so. Both, though, are dominated by laws regulating the penetration of underwater light, on which the life of plants depends. Phytoplankton are organisms that float on or near the surface of the water, and are compared by some to the leaves in a forest. Its large quantity and differentiated distribution patterns in the marine habitat depend on environmental factors, which act simultaneously, such as temperature, light, and nutrient availability. Variations in water temperatures have a significant influence on the presence and quantity of phytoplankton in the sea, especially in the upper levels. This cycle is superimposed by the heat cycle, which creates the thermocline and the separation in summer of the hot, less dense surface water from the deeper, colder strata. The stratification of the water prevents any nutrient exchange between the deeper, richer areas and the poorer ones close to the surface. For us humans, summer is an ideal time to get to know the sea and what lies beneath. For the Mediterranean Sea, however, this is the least productive of seasons. It is a time of deprivation.